ghost hunting one. Going to get some ghost hunting. It's Halloween still. It's like still ghost hunting. Ghost! Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Hello. How's it? Hang loose.
Hello.
Cryptocurrency. There's another part to Michael on Oduwa Team. Tell us about
Just general regulations.
stuff. We're gonna go over regulations, some, and then
Currency.
What do you call it?
General. Trick or treat. We had about 6 trick or treaters come by so far. Yeah.
How about the, what do you call it? Oduwa Pay. The merchants. You had the 3 merchants. You had the
Merchant. Okay. Person who sells goods. The user, which could be merchant and customer.
Yeah, customer.
And 3, I said investor, but that's kind of combining all sort of 3 parts.
Investor, you're talking.
Yeah. But kind of keeping it simple and staying focused. Enable banks to service non-banks. Okay, that's how can we as Oduwa blockchain solutions company and a fintech company, how can we help a bank adapt our company or other altcoins? How would altcoins go about integrating themselves into the bank? In this case, Oduwa is a financial service company, so we'll stick to our company because I don't know about other companies. Every blockchain,
Oduwa. Let's talk about Oduwa.
Different cryptocurrencies have different means, but this is just a general subject on regulations on banks.
Because that's where the government wants to help the banks integrate with the fintech company.
Technologies, yep. So how would they go about it? Well,
so what would a bank? What's a bank gonna do for a fintech? I'm a fintech. What are you gonna do for me, bank?
Bank is going to give me liquidity.
Get the look. Oh.
I was like, wait, are you fintech or are you the bank? Which one are you? That's what I was thinking. Okay. So you're Oduwa and I'm a bank. Who are you? Are you Oduwa blockchain solutions?
I'm the fintech.
Okay.
You're the bank.
Okay, I'm the bank.
What are you gonna do for the fintech?
Okay, well, Mr. Oduwa blockchain, we like your technology. Mm-hmm. We like that you're on the blockchain. We know that the blockchain is secure, transparent, public ledger.
Well, we already got security. Efficient. How are you going to make me more secure?
So we want to do business with you, Mr. Oduwa, but we want to make sure your cybersecurity is good. Your team is trained. Your officers.
They help out with the security.
We, as a bank, we want to know that your officers who are working on the team project, that they're educated, that they're all that
go through another job interview.
So cybersecurity, we want to know that your cybersecurity is handled seriously. Okay.
Like they could have stuff that I might not have in my fintech company. What about what else is there?
Anti-money laundering.
Anti-money laundering.
So we want to know, as your bank, guys. We kind of, if we kind of give you $10 million, Mr. Oduwa, we are kind of want to know where each customer's money coming from.
Right. We
cannot have drug dealers' money.
Pablo Esteban.
Yeah, we don't do business. We don't support drug dealers,
terrorists, etc. Money laundering, etc. All criminal stuff.
We want to know cybersecurity. We want cybersecurity, anti-money laundering, and the third thing is Bank Secrecy Act.
Now, what's that? You don't know what's in my bank account?
Bank Secrecy Act.
Information. It's got to be
some sort of information. I don't really know too much, but what it sounds like is that we are not conspiring with it. I don't know.
Conspiracy theory.
Bank Secrecy Act. Another. What is Bank Secrecy Act?
I imagine, like medical, they got HIPAA. So They got to like sworn to secrecy, like no personal information. They got that in schools too. Like, hey, I'm a school teacher, former.
Okay.
I can't tell you what his grades are to another parent. What are the other people? You know, it's secrecy in the information.
Okay.
Personal information.
Bank Secrecy Act goes back to the anti-money laundering. It's part of the anti-money laundering. Here's the official definition of the Bank Secrecy Act, folks, and me. Okay.
Back.
The Bank Secrecy Act of 1970, also known as the Currency and Foreign Transaction Reporting Act, is a U.S. law requiring financial institutions in the United States to assist U.S. government agencies in detecting and preventing money laundering.
So it's about money laundering. So stopping that.
So my obligation as a bank is to report to the U.S. government agencies.
Because I know you go on the exchanges, right? You got to hold up your ID and take a picture, and sometimes write something.
Well,
and you have to say, so it's like they have your information.
No, I think the Bank Secrecy Act holds the banks obligated to reporting. So if I find out that your money may be through internal investigation audit as a bank, we find out that that all these large deposits were from Pablo Escobar. We're obligated. It's our duty to report to the U.S. government agencies.
Okay.
It's like an act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to report.
We can't just say, oh, they're a customer. We don't care where the money comes from.
So confused with secrecy. You don't keep the criminal secrets.
Yeah, you cannot.
Like money laundering, they got to report it.
You know how in the medical world, your information is confidential between me. I will not tell anybody because it's very personal and private. Well, money, when it comes to money, it's different now.
It's different?
Before 1970s, customer was a customer. They didn't care where the money came from. But now, because of the terrorism, because of all these, the world, it's the 21st century.
Sure.
The United States government and other governments, they want to know. They want to know the size of your wallet. They want to know everything about you, right? So part of that Secrecy Act is,
everything's on the internet,
right? So they want to know basically where the money's coming from, and they want to be sure through this act that the bank is obligated through this act to report to the agencies if they
makes sense
think that something is fishy.
Since it's on blockchain and since it's over internet and all these kind of things, it's all international like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, are we?
But
regulation?
I'll take it a step farther now. It's great, dandy that it's on the blockchain and secure and transparent. But when it comes to assets, when it comes to money, anybody will be using it, and eventually there'll be. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I don't know. When I send that I send that transaction to a company that that's a legitimate company. I don't really, truly know what they can do with that money, right? Anyways, getting sidetracked.
I know that's totally true.
The government wants to be
whatever.
The government wants to be sure that there's a full-on accountability, even if the I as a bank suspect that the money may be from somewhere fishy area. I think
if they get catch wind that there's some type of thing going on and they have this investigation, we're investigating the money laundering ring or whatever, then they can go to the bank, and the bank holding everyone's secret information, like personal information, they can say, they can facilitate investigation.
Mm-hmm. They'll have the. So here while you were fixing up, I was looking at federal agencies. I was looking farther into the Bank Secrecy Act. We went over the definition, right? So now it says Federal agencies provide guidance on Bank Secrecy Act and anti-money laundering enforcement.
So what happened? Okay, where were we? Welcome back. Technical. So we're talking about what now?
So we are jumping with, we're kind of hung up on Bank Secrecy Act.
Bank secrecy. Okay, so they don't hold money laundering secrets. They got to report. It's sort of like they get some. It makes the bank to the fintech legit, so people can use the fintech for big stuff like investment.
So yeah, I'm reading an article here, and it says, I mean, this is
by all means, we're on air.
oh yeah.
Go. If it's something, go ahead.
Basically, it's the banks have to, whoever they do business with, the banks have to be able to report to the federal agencies. And what are the federal agencies? What are the federal agencies? Well, there's 4 of them. The Office of the Federal Banking Agencies, which is the Board of Governors of Federal Reserve System. Board of Governors, right?
Federal Reserve
System. The money, our U.S. dollar, right? There's 12 federal reserve banks, right? And they're each
on the money dollar bill, the fiat.
And each bank has a governor appointed to them.
It's like one in Denver, one in San Francisco, D.C.,
Boston,
New York,
Atlanta, New York, yeah. A bunch more, yeah. There's 12 of them in total, that's all I know. And each bank has a governor that runs the local banks, right?
Yeah.
So these local banks, whoever they give out money to, in this case, fintech companies, right, as we evolved, these banks have to be compliant with the Federal Reserve Board of Directors, right? And that's one of the agencies. There's 3 more. The second one is Office of the Control of the Currency, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and the National Credit Union Administration. Yeah. Issued a joint statement on enforcement of Bank Secrecy Act and anti-money laundering requirements, describing the circumstances in which they will issue a mandatory cease and desist order to address non-compliance with Bank Secrecy Act and anti-money laundering requirements. So that paragraph. So as a fintech company that is non-compliant, so we decide to partner up here in the United States, right? When we partner up here with a Bank of Hawaii, right? For example. The Bank of Hawaii has to be compliant with, follow the rules and regulations for those 4 government agencies, right? Which is
Is that going to deter a bank from wanting to do all that?
The thing is, they're already compliant. So now they just have to just have to pass that information down to the fintech company. Just make sure the fintech company.
Some banks do anyway. Because they got
So
money.
that's kind of what this is, and we're only in step. Geez, this is gonna take a little while. We're only in step 2.5. I picked this up.
And we're not covering all of that in this episode. No, we're just covering. So we got. Let's do a little wrap for Oduwa for right now. We got Oduwa Pay. We got regulations coming into play.
We talked about regulations. We talked about where we are with regulations as the company evolves, right? The regulations will come in when the bank is partnered with the blockchain company.
So once it gets connected up with the bank, then it's all kind of more
regulated.
legit.
And of course, our emphasis is Africa always, and that's where they need it. They're the unbanked. So the regulations there will be less. They're more compliant. They're more open to do business with fintech companies over there, and there's a lot
Europe
of opportunities.
Is too, yeah.
They're new, but we have to be self-regulated, we are self-regulated before we do business over there.
You know what I see?
What do you see?
I see a dual coin hooked up with the US dollar in the Tether coin. I see that in Africa. And I see African banks going, hey man, a dual coin kind of like connects to the US dollar. They would want to do that rather than being each country with their own currency. Like one of the things about a dual coin is if you're in Africa, you go from country to country to country and each one has their own money.
Right.
Nigerian stuff, and you go across Ghana, and then they got their stuff.
So now it's
And you got to transfer your money.
Exactly. Now it's
Across the border
uniform.
exchange.
Yeah. Now it's one platform, and they can exchange into their currency inside the app. Right.
Instant.
Instant
No
inside
fee.
the app. But yeah, the underlying stability would be Oduwa USD, which is backed by $1 US. So
And the banks there are gonna go, hey, yeah, but we connected with the US dollar through a dual coin.
So now now the merchants. Merchants, they don't care. All merchants care about is the technology that I'm using. Is it secure? Right? Is it secure and is it efficient? Secure
Secure and efficient, and once they got their purchase price,
Secure and
it
efficient.
doesn't fluctuate out of its value.
Secure and efficient, right? That's yep. So that's the technology. And then what's the solution we're bringing to you as a merchant? Well, we have no fee, dude. Merchant, we have no fee, so you can use us because we're competition. We're trying to enter the market, enter the existing markets of MoneyGram, whatever local banks use, whatever in Africa. So we're entering a market. So in order to enter the market, well, there's many factors, but one is, well, hey guys, we give you a secure, we give you a efficient product, and we have no fees.
Everything that the competition does, and no fees.
we do better.
Wow, so
Because it's
that'll make a
blockchain.
dual grow.
Yeah, so it's the technology is there. I could sit here and breathe and say that the technology is there. What is not there, we're only year 3, and I'm trying not to go into anxiety about it, knowing everything I know. What is not there is the next step, partnership, which will happen. Just having faith and trust that it will happen.
Bank partnership?
Bank partnership is
Bank
next.
partnership.
So that's next. Bank partnership is next, right? Bank partnership will provide merchants ability to use cash if they need to pay their suppliers, right? And most merchants will probably do 50% US dollar, or USD, or do a USD, and the rest they'll leave in a dual coin. They'll have some reserves. That's what I mean. It's like you kind of leave money in your account. So merchants will just leave money in their account. They're not gonna cash it all out for you or do a USD.
Well, they'll have reserve of Oduwa USD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would think. Yeah, they would sit on that. Well, so bank accounts will have Oduwa USD in them.
Right in Africa, yeah.
Well, they're their accounts, but they're attached to a bank through partnership.
So the bank basically uses the technology for their customers. So they're offering their customers another service.
Is this in the USA? Like, do people do this in the US?
Yes, they do. They do. The USAA bank, inside the user's customer's dashboard, when the customer logs into their platform inside the bank, they have an option to actually purchase certain cryptocurrencies with their bank account inside the bank dashboard. USAA
You can buy crypto
inside. So you have USA, right?
Yeah.
So when you get home, explore. You'll see there's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, all the currencies that are on Coinbase. So basically, USAA partner with Coinbase. That's all it was. Partnership, right? Coinbase partner with USAA because
So now USAA uses the same coins that are in Coinbase.
there's 33 million. So that's how partnerships work. There's 33 million members in USAA. So now these members will be exposed to these technologies. So that's how adoption starts. And then PayPal also
Yeah.
is going to be hosting Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. PayPal has 186 million users.
We got to do more of these. Anything you want to conclude with?
Change is going to happen whether you like it or not. So let's be part of the change. We are part of the change. You are part of the change. I'm part of the change.
It's just going to happen. Remember when it was checkbooks and then credit cards? Change is going to happen.
Is going to happen whether you like it or not.
Be ready. Be knowledgeable.
Or
Listen to Michael.
be
Do
left
it
behind.
Well, I guess that's what we'll just stop here so we can.
Cool.
We can do more.
Yeah, of course. But
Do you believe in ghosts?
yeah, I do.
You think they exist?
Yeah, I've believed I believed that there were ghosts I probably started believing about ghosts when I was working at my job. I was 17, and we lived next to graveyard.
Stand there. Happy Halloween. Full moon. We'll stop here.